What's going on, Tech Feed? Welcome back to another episode of Techno Buffaloes Driven. I'm your host, John Rettinger. We don't have any top 5 or top 10 lists for you, no more car show news, but we do have, though, is crazy headlines. The automotive world has been abuzz the past 7 days with a ton of news, and I want to share it with you. So I'm going to take a little car news from here, a little car news from there. I'm going to mash it, smash it, and serve it to you on a car news platter. This is Techno Buffaloes Driven. Let's go ahead and get started. So 2 weeks ago, Elon Musk put out a tweet saying he was going to put his money where his mouth is in a very major way, and we finally found out what that was last week. They're lease deals, sort of lease deals. So the first thing they announced is that they are killing the 40 kilowatt battery pack. So if you were thinking about getting the cheapest lower level Model S, too sad for you. Elon Musk said only 4% of buyers were actually ordering that car, and he said it was kind of neutered. So that stinks, but the company is doing something kind of cool. If you place an order for 40 kilowatt, they're going to upgrade you to the 60 kilowatt, but you're not going to get access to those extra 20 kilowatts. If you want to do that, you got to pay an extra 11 grand to get access to that extra juice, and then you'll be able to get that extra mileage on it. Cool though, if you want to sell your car, you can almost sell it at that 60 kilowatt rate, and the person can have the option to buy it and turn on that extra juice. That's totally done via software, so I give them credit for still honoring those. So that's kind of neat. Next thing they did was leases, and that was the big announcement of the car, but they're not really lease deals. So what they're going to do is allow you to purchase the car. They worked out a deal with US Bank and Wells Fargo, where essentially you can buy the car for about 3% interest rates, and after 3 years, if you want to turn the car back over to Tesla, they will take it back for you, and they are pegging the resale value of the car at the Mercedes S-Class, which is kind of interesting. The S-Class and the 7 Series are kind of considered the flagships of the brand, so you're going to get at least, this is a minimum 43% residual value back on the car. So that really addresses one of the biggest questions people had about buying an electric car, particularly buying a Tesla. First, is the company going to be around? You don't really have to worry about that so much because Elon Musk is personally backing it up. And second, if you want to sell it, what the hell is the residual value going to be? So by pegging it to really one of the best cars in the class, you are guaranteed a rate to sell your car. So you keep it for 3 years, you make your payments, Tesla will pay it back for market rate or at least 43%. So you might even get some money back when you want to turn in your car. So pretty cool. Tesla also teased some new supercharger announcements coming, and Elon Musk said they got some new news, something that's right under your nose. So unless it's my cool mustache, we'll see what that is in a couple weeks. Let's go from one electric car to one kind of hybrid electric car maker, Fisker. As good as things are for Tesla, they just reported their first positive quarter. Things are equally as bad for Fisker. They laid off 75% of their workforce last week. What Fisker said was a necessary strategic step to maximize the value of Fisker's core assets, which is just code for, oh shit, we don't have any more money. So after taking Department of Energy loans and supposedly going to be building a plant in Delaware to make their next car, the Atlantic, they suddenly said we're going to build those cars over in Finland, ship them over here. So American money is going right out the window. There was rumors that Fisker was trying to sell all of its assets to 2 Chinese companies, including Geely, who owns Volvo, but China said thanks, but no thanks. Which really means one of two things. First, Fisker's patents ain't worth anything. And second, they don't really have anything worthwhile to sell. So rumors have it that they're kind of already looking to hire bankruptcy attorneys, so it looks like the Fisker brand is going to go the way of Plymouth, and we are going to see it go bye-bye, which is unfortunate. I think the Karma is one of the most beautiful cars on the road, and I think that's a design that we're going to see in automotive museums in years and years and years from now, but don't plan on buying that car anytime soon. Already seeing huge discounts on existing stock of Karma models. One dealer in Irvine was selling the car for as low as $80,000. Remember, it's got a sticker price starting at $105, all the way up to about $120. We had a chance to check out the Fisker facilities and meet all those cool, awesome people that are now unfortunately all out of a job. So I wish them good luck, and Fisker, at least you tried, and maybe we'll see you next time. Alright, next, if you are a Range Rover and you've got a killer platform in the Range Rover Evoque that are winning automotive awards left and right, and they look absolutely gorgeous, what's your next move? How are you going to capitalize? If you said make a convertible version, you're crazy. But evidently the folks at Range Rover were pretty crazy. But fortunately, they wised up. We are never going to see the Evoque convertible. Yay! It debuted at last year's Geneva Auto Motor Show, and there was rumors this thing is going to hit the streets. This is one of the ugliest cars. We've already seen sort of an SUV convertible in the Nissan Murano, which looks hideous. It looks like you took a sort of a weird looking SUV and just smushed it. I saw one of those on the road. You can't just help but laugh at it. So I'm happy that Range Rover wised up and realized, what the hell is wrong with us Nobody wants this damn thing. So hopefully they'll focus on upgrading the Evoque and getting the next Range Rover and Range Rover Sport out in the markets as soon as possible. Next, do you want the good news or do you want the bad news? So the good news is he had a chance to purchase one of the very first 2014 Chevy Stingrays. The bad news is it's already gone. Sorry. So Barrett Jackson had the rights to auction off the brand new first off the production line 2-seat convertible, and it commanded a huge winning bid of $1 million from Rick Hendrick. The name might sound familiar. He's the owner of the NASCAR team Hendrick Motorsports. So since he gets to be number one, he gets to choose the color and the options before his V8 sports car rolls off the assembly line in the near future. So he didn't even buy an actual car. He bought the rights to that actual car. So hey, that's what a mill gets you. It is worth mentioning though, the proceeds from the sale of the first C7 drop top will benefit the Barbara Ann Karmanos Cancer Institute, one of the 40 national cancer institutes designated for comprehensive cancer centers in the United States that strives to prevent, detect, and eradicate all forms of cancer. General Motors Foundation is a longtime supporter of Karmanos with nearly $6 million in support over the past 15 years. That's a lot of information, but at least the guy gave the money to a good cause and it went to go help cancer research. So next, let's talk about Buick. Ooh. No? No, I don't think even General Motors wants to talk about Buick. Next, let's talk about Lexus. So following rumors that Lexus has been working on a small crossover to slot between the RX, Automotive News is reporting that the production-ready CUV, which stands for, I don't know, crossover utility vehicle? That the production-ready CUV will bound at the 2014 Geneva Motor Show, which is going to be next March. So later this year, Lexus is going to preview this hot new crossover by way of a concept car at the Tokyo Motor Show in November. So according to the report, this new crossover is going to be a hybrid, since everything's going to be a hybrid nowadays from Toyota, and will ride on the smaller architecture that underpins the Toyota RAV4. Specifics not yet been confirmed, but Automotive News is stating that the entry-level CUV will be powered by the same 2.5-liter gasoline electric drivetrain found in the Lexus ES300. And since Toyota's evidently going to be taking the time to hybridize the platform, can't help but assume it's eventually going to build the second-gen RAV4 electric vehicle. So that'd be kind of cool. Electric vehicle now that they're selling with the RAV4 name. Batteries are built by Tesla, so we can synergy with the first news story. Either way though, with the small luxury CUV segment heating up, Lexus is likely to be a player in this place. Finally. Until now, there hasn't been a Lexus crossover below the RX, and this new model will compete with other new players in the class, including the BMW X1 and the Audi Q3, which is coming soon. So small crossovers, do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I had a chance to see an X1 on the road, haven't had a chance to drive one yet. Essentially, they took the European 1 Series and they made it for Americans. They made it a little wider, a little bigger, and they made it look less hatchback. And surprisingly, it's a really nice car. It looks much bigger than you'd expect. Storage space is not half bad. It's certainly slotting below the X3 and the X5. It's the cheapest way into the BMW brand. So maybe this will be the cheapest way into the Lexus brand. And all those soccer moms looking to get an RX might have something new to look at. So what do you guys think? Is this exciting to you? Not exciting to you? You can finally get a Tesla and you can get it for a lease and you can sell it back. You could have been the first one to get a brand new Corvette Stingray convertible. Range Rover killed finally their drop top Evoque, and all kinds of other car news we shared with you. Leave your comments down below. I want to hear it. I am John Renter from Techno Buffalo Driven. I'll see you next video.